Additive just lets you explore a whole nother world. I mean, it from from the hobby level to the industrial level, just having your idea come to life right in front of you is pretty amazing. You know, what a time to be alive. My name is Kory Drake. I'm a design engineer for Arrow McLaren IndyCar. Additive helps us achieve that by just getting to the next iteration. I mean, there's nothing that would allow us to, I think, get there faster, you know, to try those prototypes, get those end-use parts. We live in a very fast-paced world and things are changing a lot. So additive just helps us get there, you know, that much quicker, and the goal is to get there quicker than your competitor. that green flag is going to fall whether we want it to or not. Of course, you know, we're always excited to go racing, but yeah, those are hard dates, and we can't push those out. So we got to make sure that we're on top of, you know, whatever project we're working on. We've experienced challenges with, you know, the process, you know, refining the process, our workflow management, all that stuff. But I think additive is pretty strong in that regard for us. I'm a maker at heart. I love building things, designing things. So it just was a natural, you know, segue into becoming a design engineer. If you're naturally excited about creating things, then additive is just going to fuel that fire for sure. It's consistency that also wins you championships, and that's where Stratasys, you know, aligns with our core values of being consistent and knowing, you know, the pressure that we're under to get our projects, you know, finished so we can put it on the race car and try and go win races. It goes back to, you know, finishing races, and it's, like I said, as much as we want to win all the races, you know, the margins are so close. There's a lot of great teams that we compete with, and sometimes it's salvaging, you know, a day to, you know, just make the most of what that day is if it didn't go your way. So Stratasys, you know, consistency in their materials and their process just helps us build the consistency in ours. And every time, you know, we put cars on the racetrack, we know that they're going to perform. Yeah, well, this is what the driver holds on to, so that's very important. This is our steering wheel that we used in last year's Indy 500. Kyle Larson was holding on to this. It's important because this is where everything, you know, this is what the driver is looking at all the time. This is how he's making adjustments, and this is how, you know, we can relay, you know, this is the tool that the driver uses, and so we can help communicate some of that, you know, but this is the control center for the car. Kyle Larson, you know, is an amazing driver, so, you know, he picks up on that rather quickly. Last year we did some more testing with him to get him comfortable in the seat and with all the tools that he has available, and yeah, it's getting laps under your belt. You know, it's overwhelming at first, I'm sure, but, you know, he certainly got up to speed about as quick as you could hope for with a rookie. Probably the most specific thing on this wheel for him would be the paddles. So if, you know, where he's holding onto the wheel, it could be the simplest of where he, you know, as the motion of his finger to grab a hold of it. If he's, you know, not already there, it's the, you know, indexing of all your motor skills here to be comfortable, and so that it's effortless. You're not thinking like, oh man, I got to make sure that I avoid, you know, doing this movement or something. You just want to be very comfortable all together. So having, you know, these be very customizable, the turnaround for traditional manufacturing just would not really allow us to get to those iterations, and then you might have to compromise, and that's not what we want to do. So this just gets us there, you know, that much quicker, because the green light's not going to wait. I think for anyone coming into additive, just keep making, keep exploring, and, you know, it's great. So it's a cool world to live in.